Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Spyderco Delica 4. So this knife does not need an introduction. This knife has been in the knife world and out on the market for quite some time. I know I'm very late to the game with this knife. I'm fairly new to the knife community. I've been collecting knives for just under a year now, and this video is going to be pretty much me giving you my overall thoughts and impressions of the knife. I'll dig into the specs for the knife itself for you guys as well. So let's get started. The Spyderco Delica 4. So the overall length of the Delica comes in at 7.125. The blade length is 2.875, so it comes in just under 3 inches. The blade thickness is 0.09. The material that they're using for the blade is VG10. It is a drop point style. They do have a couple different variants of this knife as far as the material and the blade style that you'd like to go with on it. Has a satin finish. This is again the base model, so they do the VG10 material on it as far as the blade steel. The handle length is 4.25. It is a flat grind. The thickness of the handle is 0.40. The material that they're using is FRN. Spyderco tends to use this quite a bit on some of their other models that they have. You can get this guy in almost any color that you can think of. I have 3 that I own, and I picked them up in the gray, the blue, and the green. So when you do get them, they do come with a black pocket clip. These are obviously my users, and they've gotten to the point where I've carried them so much that this finish that they put on the pocket clip does not hold, and they've worn really bad on these. So I finally just sanded it off. It looked pretty bad, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to sand it off, and it actually looks nicer. It kind of complements the blade a bit nicer. So yeah, for those of you, when you do get them, they do come with a black pocket clip. But just so you know, heads up, that finish they put on this knife just wears and it starts to look pretty bad. So yeah, you can get them in pretty much any color you can think of. The weight on the Delica comes in at 2.5 ounces. One of the really nice things about the Delica is that it's very ambidextrous. It's tip up, tip down, left hand, right hand. So for those of you lefties, this knife is definitely a go for you guys. The opening method, it is Spyderco's thumb hole. It is a back lock, so as far as opening it, it is a back lock. Let's do a few size comparisons. So here we have a Spyderco Manix Lightweight 2. This is one of my favorite knives. The ergonomics on this knife are fantastic. It feels really nice in the hand. Here is a Spyderco Dragonfly. One of the things that I wish they would have done with the Delica is, you see this finger choil here on the Dragonfly and on the Manix? If they had added that to the Delica, this knife would be, I mean, literally, it would be so much nicer. The ergonomics are nice on the Delica 4. You do got that, I mean, it does fit nice in the hand. You can grab a hold of it really good. But there's something about having this choil here. It just allows you to choke up on the knife, and it just feels nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can hold it up here and you're not gonna have an issue at all, but just being able to put your finger up there and choke up on the knife itself, it just makes it so much more nicer. And I just don't know why they didn't do that with the Delica 4. Had they done that, this knife would probably be one of my favorite, just because of the size. It's not too big, not too small. This knife right here, the Manix, is one of my very favorite. As far as ergos are concerned, it's a really nice knife. It feels really nice in the hand. Here's a size comparison to a 940. Here's a Para 3. As far as length, the Para 3 and the Delica are very close in length. The blade is wider going that way, but it is very close. Here we have a Paramilitary 2. So overall, the size is nice. It's not too big, not too small. The uses of the knife itself, it's definitely an EDC friendly knife. It's lightweight. You could use it for pretty much any task. This knife is built to be used. It's definitely going to become a user if you have one. It's definitely from anything from opening boxes, packages, tearing boxes down, mail. I've thrown pretty much everything you could think of at this knife, and it's held its own. So it's definitely a really nice knife. And then carrying it too, like I said, it's very lightweight. The knife was definitely designed to be used. One of the things I didn't like about the knife in particularly is having to maintenance it. So most of you that are familiar with Spyderco, they did for the longest time have their, if you were to take their knife apart, the warranty is void through them. So all my knives that I own and that I have, I take apart. I maintenance them myself. Whether they need lubricated or whatever it is, as far as maintenance is concerned, I do that myself. I like to, it's something that I enjoy to do. So one of the things that I don't like to, that I did not like about the Delica is the takedown of this knife. It is not the most pleasant knife to take apart. So as far as maintenancing is concerned, this knife is not the most friendly knife to take apart and put together back. So all in all, as far as the knife is concerned, it's definitely a go. So if those of you are thinking about buying the Delica, you can't go wrong with it. It's definitely a really nice knife. Spyderco did a good job with the Delica 4. I'm a fan of a lot of their FRN handle knives, so as far as buying the knife, if you're thinking about it, I would definitely give it a shot. Like I say in all my other videos, this knife is not going to be for everyone. There's other knives that they'll probably, for those of you that dislike this knife, are going to like a lot of other knives over this knife. As far as price is concerned, the Delica right now, if you're looking online, they tend to go anywhere from $70 to $74. I've seen them up to $80. I guess it's just depending where you're looking at. Also depending on what model you go with, because they do make this in quite a few other models. Back in the day, you used to be able to pick the Delica up for about $60, so it has gone up quite a bit in price. Just like a lot of other knife companies, the inflation of their price on knives are going up. I mean, Benchmade being one of them. So if you can pick up the knife for under 70 bucks, I think you're doing pretty good. And if you're not wanting to spend that much money on it, I would suggest go look on the blade forums and see if you can find one used. A lot of people on there tend to sell knives in fairly good condition. I've had really good luck purchasing through the blade forums. So if you're thinking about buying a Delica, I definitely give it a go. So hopefully you like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely keep trying to post these videos. Sorry for the delay for the last couple weeks. I've been really busy. Life's been kind of hectic. I've not had a whole lot of time. A lot of these videos, they're just done on the fly. I'm not editing or doing anything. I just one straight shoot. We're just going with it, and if it comes out okay, all right. If not, then typically I delete it. But subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit the like button, and I'll definitely keep making these videos. I'm really trying to hit that 100 subscriber marker so we can do a giveaway. We're still quite a ways away. Again, the channel's fairly new as far as back up and running again. And thanks again, guys. You guys have a good one. Bye.